Purple Daily is daily Vikings entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die. I will ride with this group. Seriously, man. Please. And away we go.
Yes, this is Vikings Vent Line on the Purple Daily YouTube channel, the most fan-friendly, interactive show in all of Minnesota sports. The place to be for every single Vikings postgame. And boys, this was a litmus test game, right? All right, you beat the 49ers at home. Can you beat two of the top five-ish teams in the NFL in back-to-back weeks? Not only did the Vikings beat the Texans, they destroyed the Texans 34-7 at US Bank Stadium today. Judd is in the press box being a professional member of the local media, so I will get your flag or your Victory Monday swag.
There you go.
Vikings 3-0.
There you go. Very nice.
Wow, boys. Wow.
Impressive.
Real
Super
quick,
impressive.
just to set the scene here as we load up fans in the YouTube chat, I'll throw out the email address here. So if you want to jump in, we're going to give our takes for the first 8-10 minutes of the show, and then we turn the show over to you Vikings fans to express your thoughts on the game. VikingsVentline@gmail.com. VikingsVentline@gmail.com to request to be a part of the show here today. Declan will get as many of you in as possible over the next hour and change. But this is your platform here. Keep it clean. Don't get us in trouble. Don't say anything that's going to get us canceled here. But, Judd, before we dive into the festivities, a celebratory trip to Quick Trip might be in order later on today, huh?
Most definitely. Yeah, you know what? The Vikings appear to be the class of perhaps the National Football League. Well, the class of convenience stores, it's Quick Trip. And you know what? I say that convenience store, but they're really not, because they're also a grocery store. I mean, look at the offerings here. So, like, if you're saying now, I've been watching the Vikings game and I didn't go out and get something for tonight. Guess what? Quick Trip, they've got it for you. There's the delicious Karuba coffee. And, of course, outside you can pump gasoline. Heck, you can put the Quick Trip app on your phone and tonight pull up to get gasoline for tomorrow, and also have them bring out some groceries. Quick Trip, as convenient as it gets. And always remember, we like to see your trip to Quick Trip at Jay Zolgad at Score North. We love seeing you support those that support us.
All right, you're in the stadium here, Judd. Vikings are 3-0. This was one of the best games of Sam Darnold's career, just statistically, and beat up, too, by the way. Daniel Hunter rolled up on him and got flagged 15 yards. This is the first time in Sam Darnold's career he has thrown 4 touchdown passes with 0 interceptions. The Vikings defense, led by Jonathan Grenard's 3 sacks, terrorized one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I guess pick a thing and tell us what stood out the most to you inside that stadium today.
You know what's funny is I was going to say exactly that. Like, you should take the offense. I'll take the defense, because this was such an overall domination. Like, there were so many factors here. But I would like to take the defense and what I am going to term the Brian Flores factor. The Flores factor, again, in play. You know, after one game, you don't really have a body of work. After 2, small sample size. After 3, it's not huge, but it's starting to roll. And let's just go through the first 3 quarterbacks that the Vikings have made look pretty foolish at times, all right? You start with Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones. And it's like, okay, it's Daniel Jones, though. I mean, yeah, you're on the road, but he is awful, right? Train wreck. Let's see what you could do against Kyle Shanahan's play calling and Brock Purdy. And you know what you do? You look fantastic. The Flores factor at work, right? So it's like, okay, that was a tough game, and you played a tough game. So let's see how you come back against the also very tough DeMeco Ryans-led Texans and another really good young QB in C.J. Stroud, who I would consider to be a better quarterback, like as far as abilities go, than Purdy. And you left him on the bench in the third quarter, sitting there, head in hands, literally, having no response. And I would like to make the case that I don't even think Stroud played like a poor game. He made some great throws. This was the Texans as a unit were flustered. The procedural penalties, this is the loudest that this building has probably been in 9 years. And when this place gets rocking, teams can't hear. And they can go to the silent count, but it's not going to stop what the momentum is here. The defense was masterful. You talked about Grenard's 3 sacks. The offense was at times so-so, but at times really good. To your point, Sam Darnold, great day. and the fans are back. The fans are back. I mean, this was an overall domination. Celebrate it. Wave it around.
I mean,
wave that sucker around.
I do have a flag back here. Just kind of, it's a smaller flag. Here, let me grab the flag here real quick.
All right, because what else is there to say? I mean, this was a domination of what is a really good football team. Houston's not a fluke. Oh, there we go, a PD flag from our draft party.
That little thing.
And you know what, too, guys? Your number 2 receiver, pretty damn good, out. Guess what? 2-0 without him, right? Your Dallas Turner. Who's going to replace him? Oh, well, we saw that. So, like, there was just defensively. I mean, I was talking to Metellus in the locker room on Friday, and I said, just tell me, how smart are you, like, defensively? And he's like, it's incredible. He said that there are times on the sideline when they've seen certain looks from the opposing offense, they'll come to the sideline and talk about it and give Flores an in-the-game play to run, and he'll run it. Yep. Like, that's what we're dealing with here. This defense is a nightmare. Again, 3 quarterbacks, 1 bad, 1, if nothing else, really, really smart, and 1 just good. 3 quarterbacks, and I would argue all of them have looked lost.
Well, and Brock Purdy after the game specifically went up to Brian Flores and some Vikings defensive players, like, wow, dude, that scheme. And I don't know if CJ Stroud is going to verbalize it in the way that Brock Purdy did, but that is the second worst passer rating, single game passer rating of CJ Stroud's young career so far. And he came into the game, full rookie season, and then first 2 weeks, only 5 interceptions in his career. Throws one right off the bat, and then throws another one while trying to complete a 3-touchdown comeback, I think, at the time of the second interception. On Sam Darnold, and the nicknames are racking up here thanks to the Purple Daily community. We're not going to land on just one. We're going to have a list of great Sam Darnold nicknames. Slingin' Sammy, Sam I Am, Darnold Schwarzenegger, the Ghostbuster, the Duke of Darts. Keep them coming. If he keeps playing like this, we're going to have to add new nicknames every single week to this thing. But the third down throws, the toughness, I think we're finding out that he's definitely good for like 2 short circuit risky plays per game. And you're just kind of hoping that either they don't wind up in the arms of the opposing team, or maybe you just kind of get away with it. And the upside of him hunting down the field for big chunks is going to outweigh it. But first time in his career, he's thrown 4 touchdown passes with no interceptions. So you're seeing Kevin O'Connell maximize him. And, you know, there was a lot of debate and discussion about when the Vikings would lose in the previous era, right? Like, football's a team game, and we're trying to figure out who to blame. The Vikings are showing you with their roster construction, with their coaching, this is what a team game looks like. It's not all like one guy making all the money over here and trying to figure out who's to blame. It's 18 playable guys on defense who are swarming around. It's weapons all over the place. It's head coach elevating quarterback. This is, it's a long season. We're not even to October yet. In fact, there's still another game in September. But this thing looks really interesting. Really interesting. And they just beat in back-to-back weeks 2 of the best teams in the NFL. So, man, like, people thinking the 6.5, hopefully people got their overs in on the 6.5 before the season started. But this does not look fluky. They are beating the brakes off everyone right now. And this defense is absolutely better than it was last year. So, Dex, before we get to listeners, throw out some of your takes here.
Yeah, I mean, Judd used the word domination. This was, again, a third week in a row. And, things were a little close against the Niners, but the Vikings have been in the driver's seat for wins in all 3 of these games. And even, they get off to the great start in the first quarter. The second quarter, the offense really stalls out. They have 3 punts. You're kind of thankful, like, oh, man, good thing the Vikings actually were able to, bake up a couple points here and get a lead going in the halftime. But it's on cruise control. We talked in the Giants game of, hey, remember how nice this feels to just have a, kick your feet up type of game and watch the Vikings win? That's been the case all season. Like, they have been in control. Even when the Texans are maybe outpossessing them in the clock, the Vikings just dominate teams. They have dominated 2 really good quarterbacks in Darnold and Stroud. And even when I said take it a game at a time and not have expectations, just go week by week, like the cliche answers we love to hear from athletes and coaches, I mean, they have raised the expectations. They've changed narratives. There might still be some doubters here and there tomorrow on the national talking heads that always exist, but the Vikings have shown, the rest of the NFL at least, that this is not a fluke. Like, week 1 wins can happen. This is not a fluke. You dominated the Niners, who are still, by most measures, the favorite to win the NFC, and now you dominated C.J. Stroud and a Texans team that's loaded in the AFC. Like, the Vikings are legit. This is not a fluke. They're dominating teams on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the biggest thing, too, is just situationally, the Vikings are great on third down. It's 3 games, but there's some trends going back to last year, too, with Flores' defense. Great on third down offensively, great on third down defensively. The Vikings in the red zone have been awesome at converting into touchdowns, too, something they've been bad at for several years on offense. So just like even so in these games where the yardage is kind of close or the opposing team is possessing the ball, if you can be better in the high leverage situations, red zone, third down, this is it, man. 34-7 over the Houston Texans, 3-0. The Packers, by the way, once again with Malik Willis. This is going to be a showdown next weekend between the Packers and the Vikings. It'll be super fun. But let's go to the vent line. So we got the sports dad, Judd, at US Bank Stadium. Phil Mackey here, our mustached producer, Declan, for at least one more week. And over 7,000 of you hanging out live on the Purple Daily YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and the like button. If you're new to the show, welcome in. Daily Vikings Entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die. This was supposed to be a transition season. Maybe we have to recharacterize it at some point, but who's first out of the gate here on Vikings Vent Line?
All right, let's go to D. Smith. D, what's up, man?
Hey, what up, boys? What up?
D, what's going on, dude?
Dominations, what's up, D?
Yeah, what does the D stand for in your name? Domination? Darnold?
Hey, listen,
dismantling of the Houston Texans?
Say, Judd, get the flag. Get the flag.
I'll get the mythical flag. Phil's got a flag. Here's the mythical flag. I'll have the flag from the home office tomorrow. How about that? But there's your mythical flag.
I think we lost D, Domination Smith there, but great way to kick off Vikings Vent Line here. Anyone can call for the flag at any time. You have to always be ready with the flag. All right, let's keep going here. Vikings Vent Line. We'll turn the show over to you guys.
All right, let's go to Rachel next year. Rachel, oh, she's on the boat. Look at this.
Oh, wow, look at this.
On the St. Croix River here, so I'm happy to be here.
Love it.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I've waited a long time to say that, so I'm happy to be here. 2 quick things to say. First, I was at your guys' draft party, had the best night. I left there so excited and so confident, and then I kept hearing everyone say, oh, it's a transition year. It's going to be a throwaway year. I was like, well, all right, maybe I'm just too excited from that night. So now seeing how dominant they are, incredible. I'm having a great time. And the second thing is, what I'm most impressed about this team is just how well-rounded they are. It's not just one player making plays. It's not just Jefferson. It's everybody. There's big plays coming from everybody. That amazing field goal at the end. When's the last time Vikings fans were excited about field goal? Like, this is amazing. So I'm having a great time. I know we're only at week 3. We have a long ways to go, but it's amazing seeing how well-rounded this team is. Having a lot of fun.
Enjoy it.
Rachel.
Enjoy it. It's fun.
From the St. Croix River. Love it, man. Beautiful day.
Amazing what a team can do when they can construct a roster that can add good players, has a quarterback who's cheap, and most importantly, though, too, also add depth that isn't cheap depth. Like, if you look at what they're doing defensively, like, that's not all Pro Bowl players. They're taking guys that they basically found on the street, but they're good players. They're solid, and they're maximizing them as well. I mean, I think the most important thing at the end of the day from the construction standpoint is if you look at how the salaries are allotted now, your life has become so much easier because it's not just one. You've added a bunch. I mean, Grenard, phenomenal. Van Ginkel today, though, again.
The gangster.
Big
time sack on a stunt. Let's go.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, to me, that's the biggest difference is you have a team that is a complete team and you have depth that's far more complete because you're not trying to be cheap with roster positions 40 to 47 or something like that.
Yeah. And you can withstand injuries. Let's keep going here. Vikings Vent Line, Purple Daily YouTube channel.
All right, I think Adam's at the stadium here. Adam, What's up?
What's going on, guys? How about them Vikings?
Wow, dude. Is that are you wearing a turnover chain, sir?
Something like that. I don't know. I bought it at a tailgate.
Good purchase.
Sam Darnold just might be him, and we need to pay Brian Flores however much it is to keep him. They need to write him a blank check. But vibes are high. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, dude. Love it, man. Checking in from the plaza. People, it was such a celebration. We busted out the wave halfway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Saw that on TV.
Because you're up by so much.
Yeah.
What's this all about?
We've gone from, I don't know, this is going to be kind of our transition season, to being so bored in the fourth quarter of blowout wins. We have to do the wave now. It's crazy.
In 3 weeks, 3 games, Kevin O'Connell has had the biggest leads of his of his 3 years here, and the 22-point win against the Giants, which again, it's the Giants. I mean, yeah, they won by 22, has now been surpassed by a 27-point win against a legitimate team that's expected to win its division.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, they literally went 5 years between 3-score victories, and now they have back-to-back, right? Or is it what was the score of the first week? That was a 2-score victory.
7?
20. That was 28-6.
So they've done it.
22 points.
So is it 3 consecutive weeks now? What was the score last week?
23-17.
Yeah, you're right. They were up. That's right. They were up at one point.
It
almost
should have been
by
27-7 if Jones
fumbled.
doesn't fumble.
Yeah. So
But,
2 out of 3 weeks, first time in 5 years.
Yes.
Vikings vent line rolls on here.
All right, let's go to Logan next. What's up, Logan?
Hey, y'all. First-time caller, long-time listener. Wow, I haven't seen such a dominant performance by the Vikings, I don't know, in my lifetime, 30 years. And y'all usually want like a hot take, right? That's come on here. How about this if I did this right? Super Bowl window is open.
Oh.
It is open.
Oh, God. That
Open.
nice.
What a game.
Great
That was
work.
incredible.
Man, it swung, too. Like that thing swung open really wide. That's a great one.
Just like the actual Super Bowl window after 3 weeks, it literally just swung open as wide as you can.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Logan. Appreciate
Got
you,
the
man.
windows. I had the Cross Breeze, man. I got the Cross Breeze Super Bowl window that's open right now. I had to close them to start vent line, but it was up here. It was a little chilly, but I had the Super Bowl Cross Breeze that was happening. It was awesome.
Did we have
Open all
the breeze
windows.
going through US Bank Stadium today? What was our situation?
The windows, I shouldn't say that. The doors were open, but I couldn't tell if the breeze affected things. It didn't feel like it was super windy today, so it was incredibly pleasant, though. And this building was loud as hell again. Whew, it was fun.
Vikings Van Line here. Purple Daily YouTube channel.
All right, let's go to RJ next. RJ, what's up, man? You're on vent line.
My boys, what's up?
RJ, what's up, dude?
Hey, you guys look great. Declan, your stash is sexy, man. Keep it up. You're going to be growing that for a couple more
Thank
months.
you, brother.
Man. Awesome. Hey,
Yeah, Declan, by the way, Declan doesn't shave, and his wife knows this now, even though she hates it, until the Vikings lose. And you're looking at the
Going
schedule
out.
like, week 2 or week 3, guaranteed that thing's gone. I don't know, man.
I'll be growing mine out too. Mine's not as glorious as yours yet. Hey, Phil, wave the hoodie, buddy. Wave
Let's
the
go.
hoodie.
Let's get it. I got the
Do you
flag.
have the hoodie?
Well, the hoodie is down here now, but I got the flag over here.
I like the Wave the flag.
I think I have a blanket over here too. Hold on a second. Oh yeah. Here, let's hit the
got it?
blanket.
Wave the
Let's go.
flag.
Right here.
There you go.
There's a hole in it.
That's all right. Oh, nice. Awesome. So the Vikings got me singing. So sweet Sammy boy. Da,
Ba,
da,
ba,
da.
da.
Good. Oh, that's
Touchdowns
good.
never looked so good. Jalen,
So good.
Justin, Aaron. Guys, they're killing it. And here's my hot take for you, okay? First off, before my hot take, Zoe.
Oh, Zoe.
Oh, Zoe. Hi, Zoe.
That's right. Who's a good girl? Hot take is this team is a better overall team than the 09 Vikings and the 17 Vikings because of the strength and buy-in, the culture, the coaching staff is elevating this team, not by talent specifically, but overall, this team, I believe, is a stronger team. You're seeing them punch people in the mouth when we haven't seen that. This old team, Mike Zimmer style, this weekend, guys, it's a nail biter, right? I believe they take their foot off the gas. We're not seeing that here through 2 weeks of tough 12-round fights. So Skol, guys. Keep it going.
RJ, thank you, man.
And
Zoe.
17 for sure. Like this team is a better team. That defense was great, but so far this defense. 09, I need more time.
09 was
Really
first of all,
special
you
team.
had a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback playing one of the best seasons of his career. But this team has better weapons now. Adrian Peterson, but this team has better pass catching weapons when healthy.
Right.
That offensive line you had McKinney. That was a great offensive line.
And Brett turned for one magical year Sidney Rice into a phenomenal player. The defense wasn't as good, but the line was great because Jared was at the right end, Williams Wall, some really nice pieces. I need more time before I declare this team to be better than that team. 17 is exactly right. No question in my mind.
I think I'm curious because we're also incubating for our hottest Vikings takes, which we will be live at 9:00 tomorrow morning Central Time on the Purple Daily YouTube channel. RJ might have brought a great little appetizer, a great little snack for hottest Vikings takes. We'll see if anyone wants to.
Crisp. I like it.
Some ahi tuna crisps. Yeah. Let's keep
All right, let's
rocking
go
here. Vikings vent line.
Let's go to Barry next year. What's up, Barry?
Hey, I just want to say I'm sending love from Southern Ontario. Love Vikings. Love you guys. Love watching you guys. I have a hot take here. I want to say CJ Stroud said at the beginning that he's not going to get thrown off. He needs to start well. And that veteran 54 Hill, he just cleared the way for the Vikings. He just destroyed CJ Stroud right at the beginning. I was on losing Vikings side at the start of today, and then as soon as I saw that first drive, I was like, nope, we're winning. And I couldn't be more excited seeing the 34. I'm so excited. Love you guys. Sending love.
Awesome, man. Yeah, Brady, thanks for checking in from Canada. A bunch of people, by the way, in the YouTube comment section saying that Dex and I owe Judd an apology for picking against the Vikings in our Saturday picks episode. I don't know that we were like combative about it. We just
no.
By the way, I even said
that's not apology.
I think they're not going to win every game. I think they lose to the Texans and then get to the bye 4-1.
Yeah.
But Judd, you were the only one among the three of us to actually pick them to win this game. But you guys didn't apologize to me necessarily for being the only one to pick them against the 49ers. So I don't know that we need to be apologizing to each other
for wrong picks. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
It's a long
season.
Not happening.
Let's keep rocking here. Vent line.
All right, let's go to Quinn next year. Quinn, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? Great game. My one problem is Charles Johnson, the announcer for CBS. I can't wait for us to get some better announcers for games now that we're winning. Davis. Sorry. Love the game. This team. I haven't been excited for a Vikings team, and I don't even know how long. I'm a 40-year Viking fan, and I've seen Darren Nelson miss a catch on the goal line. It's been rough. We all dealt with this. So, great defense, man. It's Darnold. It's given Darnold an offense a chance. People can't go against us. Let's just keep it rolling.
Yeah, Quinn, hey, thanks for checking in, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, Judd, you kind of touched on it, but this is the freedom of going really cheap at quarterback. And it allows you for this year and then for subsequent years where you know you're going to be cheap for the next 4 years minimum at that position. It allows you to build out your roster. It allows you to sign other guys to extensions that maybe you have to make a tough decision on. It allows you to bring in a couple free agents that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford. Maybe they can't afford Jonathan Grenard if they continue to pay $40+ million for quarterback, right? Maybe they can't bring in Grenard, and then when Dallas Turner gets hurt, now you're running guys out that don't have any business or playing guys 50 or 60 snaps that shouldn't be playing that high volume. So it's a different way to do it. There's something to be said for having security at quarterback, and you have to pay for that security. But putting faith in Kevin O'Connell to just sort of figure out how to mold Sam Darnold and J.J. McCarthy and make it work, and having the extra depth and financial freedom, it's working perfectly for the first 3 weeks of the season.
And back-to-back weeks now, it's been two guys that you brought in, both from the Texans here, who have been great, right? Blake Cashman, week 2, unbelievable. Today, Grenard, hat trick on sacks. So, like, this is also, and it's not that those guys are like star Pro Bowl or great players, but they're very good. And I think most importantly, they fit what Flores wants perfectly. They absolutely fit. But, back-to-back weeks, you have gotten huge contributions from 2 guys that you brought in. And again, you're not paying them a ton, but you identified them, you signed them, and I think you're probably right. If you still have a really expensive quarterback, I don't think you can sign both of them. One of them, yes, probably not both.
Yep. All right, Dex, who do we got next?
All right, let's go to Bo next year. What's up, Bo?
What's up, guys, man? Thanks for having me again. It's been a while since I've been on here, but I was thinking, like, what could I possibly talk about? Because everything seems to be going so well, and it's been a long time since we've been able to say that. But I just kind of summed it up, man. Like, this team is for real, man. Like, this team is different. After watching them for a little bit, you can tell that they're a lot different from what we've seen, in years past. And I don't know, man. I'm just so excited to see where this team is going. The organization with Kwesi, with KOC. We need to give KOC this extension. Although I know that we probably won't have Flores for much more longer, I feel like it's nicer to kind of still have KOC at the helm, because we have that OC that still is able to call, the plays where we don't have to lose out on him. I feel like it's easier to kind of be able to maybe get a defense coordinator than it is to get like a play caller, and have him kind of be at the helm. So I don't know, man, I'm just super, super excited. And I kind of say that we're different because a lot of times you'd see in years past, when we start that third quarter, we just come out so flat. This year, man, I feel like it's just so different. We're coming out all cylinders firing, man. So I don't know, this defense flying around. I couldn't wait until we got a defense that you can see and you're starting to see them fly around football, man. Because you see all these other good teams do that at every snap, every time after the whistle blow, man, you just see them flying around the ball. So I feel like we have that now. I feel like our future is super, super bright. And I mean, it's just not just so many good things to say about this team. And I'm just super excited, man. I'm glad we're in the position that we're at right now. So appreciate you guys having me again, man. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, Bo. Thanks, dude. Great insight from Bo. Hey, a couple things just coming across the timeline here. So Aaron Jones spoke with NFL Network on the field after the game, and he said, this is probably some of the most fun I've ever had in my career. Kevin O'Connell called this a total, complete win at the podium. And he also said, for budget reasons, we can't give every single one of our fans a game ball, but they certainly deserve it. At one point, 4 consecutive penalties. It was 3 false starts on the Texans, and then number 78 had one of his, he had 50 different, illegal formation. They keep calling the tackles for these penalties, but man, that one sequence where I think it was a 3rd and 4, and it winds up being a 3rd and 19 because the crowd was flustering the Texans' offensive line and the play call getting into C.J. Stroud's helmet. Just incredible. Let's keep it moving here. Vikings line, Purple Daily.
I think let's go back to the stadium here. Let's go to Josh. Josh, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yo, dude.
Hey,
Love the hair.
Hey, Mackie, wave the flag, please.
Oh, anytime. Hey, you guys happy to.
Hey. So, this game, guys, defense really put it on. I think the defense is the name of the game today. Van Ginkel, Grenard, the greatest pickup in a decade. I think these guys are the ones right here. And they're going to put us in the playoffs this year. No doubt about it, guys. 3-0.
Dude, where are you are you inside the building still?
I am inside the stadium, guys.
I love it.
Wow.
Josh is just you're going to get kicked out. It's going to be you should just sit there all night.
Me. They said get out.
You're like, I'm not leaving. I'm never going to leave. I love it here.
No, I was waiting on you guys.
Thank you.
I think they understand. Hey, listen, I'm jumping on Purple Daily. Just give me 5 minutes, okay?
Right.
Awesome, man. Josh, thank you for checking in from the stadium.
We've had security guards that get off their shift that have joined us from their cars and stuff from Purple Daily, so they get it. I think they get it.
I love it. Let's keep moving here. Who's next?
All right, let's go to Danny next here. What's up, Danny?
Danny.
Hey, what up, bro? What's up, guys? Hey, I have a couple things to say. So the biggest thing is Sam Darnold killing it, bro, killing it. He is managing the game in a very efficient way. And then the second thing is depth on offense and depth on defense. Like I had to look at my notes. Camus Gruger Hill, backup linebacker,
Yeah.
filling in, interception,
Forced fumble,
almost
kind of.
forced fumble, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So like depth in this team is amazing, and that's what you need to make it to the Super Bowl. Depth and longevity. Skull Vikings.
Yeah, man. Danny, great points.
Absolutely.
Coming in here. Great
Camus was
setup, too.
He was fantastic. Like he stepped in and didn't miss a beat. And I approached him in the locker room on Friday, and I'm like, how much are you going to play, you think? He's like, I don't know.
Hey,
We
guy.
got a lot of different packages. He's like, I don't know how much I'm going to play. And then, of course, he picks off the pass on what was actually the Texans' first official play from scrimmage and has a phenomenal game and plays a ton. So I guess he was going to play a lot.
Yeah, man. CJ Stroud, welcome to the Brian Flores experience. That was 3 hours of just straight hell trying to figure out and decipher what they're doing up front, the speed.
This goes back to, I mean, this is the first time that we've seen this, and it's so much fun, since Zimmer's defense in its heyday, double A gap blitz, and the crowd would go nuts. And we saw, there were some good QBs, some young ones as well, that came here, and you could just tell, like, their head was spinning. Like, that's what this was. Like, they have put Purdy and Stroud in the blender. It doesn't mean that they're going to collapse completely, but it is hard to operate. And then, Phil, to your point, the Texans couldn't hear, and so they were and constantly, and that's because the Vikings put like 6 guys at the line, and they're gonna, they're gonna blitz at times. They're gonna drop guys back at times. I think the most impressive thing from a defensive standpoint, go through the game book, 3rd and longs.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans were constantly in like 3rd and 10, 3rd and 13. I don't remember the last time that I've seen a team forced into 3rd and long. And as O'Connell talks about when it comes to his defense, there's no answer for that. Like, there's not a play you just dial up. Hey, we got a 3rd and 15 play picked out right here. You're sort of just screwed.
Did we boo Stephon Diggs, by the way? We booed Daniil Hunter after the penalty.
Yes, we did. And on Diggs, when he caught passes, which was, he actually had a great day. There were scattered boos.
Okay. So not
real loud.
Full on aggressive
Oh,
boos,
no. And I didn't hear any real cheers, but it was very scattered. Like, it was not like a boo. So I think fans were, how can I put this, ambivalent towards Stephon.
Any like tribute or like showing of him, acknowledging of him?
0 tributes.
So we didn't show the Minneapolis Miracle because the CBS did.
I did not see it here. No. I was not like, well, you know what? Alumni weekend, Bobby Bryant going into the ring. I think they were more intent on celebrating the good times that involve players who still like them. So I did not see, and I had been told by a team official, in fact, I told Phil this last week, Dex, that there was no plan for that. So no, I did not see any welcome back or hey, it's great to see you.
I
so
love it, dude. I'd rather our teams cut relationships off at the knees than give than be too liberal with their ass. Yeah. Then we don't need to be giving tribute videos to 3rd line wingers in hockey and relief pitchers here. Let's make them earn it later on. All right, let's keep it going here. Vikings Vent Line, Purple Daily YouTube channel. Click that. By the way, 6,500 of you still hanging out with us here 40 minutes after the game. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you.
All right, let's go to Maddie. Maddie, what's up, bud?
Hey, guys. First time on the show. Long-time viewer. Really glad. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on, man.
For sure. My standout... Wait, no, sorry. I have something. Judd, I've been paying attention, and you've had far too many plays off, so get that flag out. No, wait, you're in the show.
I'm in the stadium, but Phil's got a flag. Phil's got a flag.
We need it.
There it is.
Come on. Yes.
Tomorrow morning. Watch tomorrow.
Thank you.
Flag will be back.
Standout performance, Kamu Grugier-Hill. I didn't know that guy before today. Amazing. It speaks to B-Flow, bringing out the best in these guys. and people who you might not even know are making crazy plays, and multiple of them, not just one here or there. It seems like people who might not be shining stars are really wanting to come up and make meaningful efforts and not just ride the sidelines, and that's really huge. Haven't seen that in previous years, especially under Donatello a few years ago. I want to pick on underdog today. Declan did an advert for it a few days ago and decided to make my own pick, and it went pretty well. Aaron Rodgers, gimme pick. Sam Darnold, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 50 yards. And then it came down to Will Reichert hitting that massive field goal at the very end of the game as the last leg. And that was sent me over the edge for today. So good.
The doink sent you in, man. Maddie, congratulations.
Boom.
First foray into Underdog. Dex,
Nice.
if other listeners or viewers
Yeah.
would like to get started on Underdog, how might they do so? Huh?
You can go to Underdog Fantasy, use promo code SCORE, SKOR. You'll get up to a 50% deposit match. It's in our YouTube comments as well. Love seeing everyone riding these hires and lowers. I've just been riding hires on Aaron Jones touchdowns, and so far 2 out of 3, not too bad so far. So whatever it is, love that Underdog Fantasy is back here on Purple Daily. If you'd like to get in on the action, new users, promo code SCORE, go download Underdog and get in on the fun.
Judd, why don't you tell him, there's a couple other interesting things coming out here from Twitter feed that we'll get to in a second. We'll get to more Vikings fans, but tell the audience about you were at Park Tavern a couple nights ago.
Yes.
You were posted up watching sports, doing things that Sports Dad does on a Friday night, I believe.
Yes, I was watching the Twins and Boston in perhaps the worst baseball game I've seen in my life. But you know what I did enjoy? I enjoyed the beer and the fun and the sense of community that you get at Park Tavern. Look, I mean, this is a place that's been around for more than 40 years, and they are a community. They're a great place to throw a family party. Work, exactly the same. You can watch games. You can bowl. I mean, this place is all about fun, and I'm sure that all of you that stopped by today to watch the Vikings kick some butt at Park Tavern probably enjoyed a delicious breakfast. They're outstanding, and enjoyed a great football game. So check out the official sports bar of the Sports Dad, Park Tavern, located at Highway 7 and Louisiana Avenue South. Check them out at parktavern.net. As I said, if you have a party to book, and I'm not talking a small one, I'm talking a large party, parktavern.net is where you start. If you want community, St. Louis Park Tavern is the place to find it.
This man right here on the cup that you see if you're watching live on the Purple Daily YouTube channel, this man right here, Jets, despite having a banged up quad, at one point he hurt his finger, still comes up with a touchdown, some big snags in this one. So Pepsi has unveiled this brand new 32-ounce Justin Jefferson souvenir cup, which right now is only available inside US Bank Stadium. Soon will be available elsewhere, and we will explain that in the coming days. But there's a QR code on the cup here that allows you to scan it and potentially win Victor's Ride, a glorious Vikings-themed Polaris ATV. Last year, Jason from Egan won it, and the Vikings, so Victor, CJ Ham, the Skull Line showed up to his house in Egan and brought this thing over here, Victor's Ride, the Polaris ATV. Pepsi's also given away a solo pizza stove and a bunch of Vikings autographed merchandise as well. So go get your Justin Jefferson Pepsi souvenir cup inside US Bank Stadium at future Vikings games. And don't forget to send me pictures show us your cups. Tweet them at me at Phil Mackey on Twitter/X. So Kevin O'Connell also was quoted as saying, "Make no mistake, this was not a close game," which I need to go back and hear the tone. Was he feeling sassy at the press conference? I mean, Jed, you're up here obviously doing the show with us, but
right.
I think KOC is
was
feeling
there,
himself today.
I wonder if there was a question. It was. I mean, yes, he's right. It was not close. It didn't ever feel close. That's
it's funny because I think the Texans outgained the Vikings in yardage, which, I mean, a lot of that was garbage time.
We are finding that, and from the Viking side, this is not new. It's just reversed now. We are finding that yardage sometimes doesn't matter. Hey, you passed for all these yards. Good for you. You lost.
I'm so glad you brought that up because fantasy football oftentimes incorrectly skews our perception. Like, you might go look at the box score in that Chicago game today, for instance. By the way, the Bears, everybody, watch out for the Bears. The Bears are going to be contenders to win the NFC North. Though the Bears are absolute garbage on offense and can't do anything. Yet, I think Caleb Williams threw for like 370 yards or something, but it was all just garbage time. It was chasing points at the end of that game against the Colts. Yeah, 363 on 52 pass attempts. Oh, he threw for 360 yards. Right. And it was all meaningless. They're down by 2 touchdowns at the end of the game. So give me Sam Darnold extending a 1-touchdown, 2-touchdown lead, chunking the ball through the air still, and converting red zone trips to touchdowns with his arm. Give me that over a hollow box score any day of the week.
Speaking of that, how about the first touchdown after the pick, in which Darnold made a play, and it seems small, but Darnold rolls to his non-throwing side, so he rolls left, right, and he is able to buy time with his feet. Jefferson comes wide open, and I heard, well, how could Jefferson get that open? It's because Darnold bought him so much time. Like you're trying to cover guys constantly, right? That is a great play. I've decided it's not that Sam's fast; he's nimble. He's got those sweet feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's nimble.
I also saw the celebration of KOC's victory speech in the locker room, and he gave the last game ball to Sam Darnold, and looks like the team was all fired up about it too. Like they love him, man.
The fans, dude. So Darnold goes off for that one play, comes back to Judd, you were in there, standing ovation.
Huge ovation.
Coming back from the injury. That's right. Sam Darnold in the third game of the season in a Vikings uniform got a standing ovation at US Bank Stadium for coming back from that knee injury.
This is I will draw one comparison between the 2024 team that started like this and the 2017 team, and it's this. The vibes where this feels like a team have not been this strong since then.
Yeah.
Like with Case, right? Like this became, this is a team. Jefferson's your star, but it's still a team. It has no feel of this is how we operate. It has everybody grab an oar and row. Well, don't row like the Gophers rowed, but grab an oar and row.
I think those oars went to the bottom of the lake going into the third quarter last night.
Lake, let's try ocean.
Let's keep going here. Vikings Vent Line, Purple Daily YouTube channel.
Let's go to Joe next. What's up, Joe?
Let's go, guys. Seems
Joe.
like we're watching something awesome right now.
Yeah, yes. Through 3 weeks, 100%. Long season, but this looks really interesting through 3 weeks, yes.
First of all, we don't get enough cat love. There's Coco waking up.
Coco.
Oh, is that a bandana? Purple bandana?
She got the jersey.
Oh, jersey, nice.
Yeah, we're going to talk all about Sam Darnold, all about Kwesi, and oh my gosh, this free agency. But I want to shout out our boy Andrew Van Ginkel, because I looked it up. Rock Valley, Iowa, not too far from where I'm from. Look it up, Iowa Western Community College. He's one of these JUCO, like last chance you guys, and then went to my alma mater, USD Coyotes, who are also rolling, by the way. But yeah, we had to shout out the gangster.
The gangster, man. Yeah, he is perfect for this system.
Judd, we need to get you a travel size flag. What are you doing?
I can't wave it here.
It's very much frowned upon in the working press box.
Really?
I can take it, but I can't in a press box wave it. It would probably get me in some trouble, and I want to keep my credential. So
they would strip Judd's credential. You are supposed to be an unbiased, objective member of the assembled media, which Judd is, by the way, even when whether he's in or outside the press box. But
it's fighting the good fight for us. Then we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah, Joe.
Monday morning, Joe. Monday morning.
Cat love too.
Great.
Let's keep it going here. Vikings Vent Line.
All right, let's go to Lance here. What's up, Lance? You're on Vent Line.
Hey, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be joining you on this Victory Sunday. First of all, I want to say, Declan, I want to see some horns on the end of that stash soon if it gets long enough. Phil, I want to say, take it easy on CJ Ham. He gave us some good years. I know he had that fumble, but he's going to come through for us in the long run.
He had a nice special teams tackle today and a couple nice like blitz pickups that I saw. So yeah.
And Judd, I want your arms to be dead tired from waving that flag on Monday. All right, I want to see your arms dead tired on Tuesday.
They will. Oh, believe me, they will be. They will be. Old man strength is all that carries me through.
One special thanks I want to give is to Stephon Diggs for throwing his diva tantrums on the sideline. The next year, getting the best receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson. And
What a
after we
gift.
got Justin Jefferson, I think we hired an offensive coach in KOC to bring the best out of him. And if we didn't have him, I don't know if KOC ever would have came our way.
Yeah, it's a nice, man. Your KOC, by the way, thank you, Lance.
Heck yeah, Lance.
You jump into the job, and you've got one of the greatest wide receivers to ever step foot on a football field. And it doesn't feel like, so obviously Jefferson gets the majority of the targets, but it doesn't feel like they're going out of the flow of the offense to get him the ball. It never feels like, they're trying to jam it into a window there. He's always just schemed wide open or amazing at, then Charles Davis did a good job pointing out the Texans were letting him get free runs off the line of scrimmage the entire game. Basically, they were not jamming him. He was just doing whatever he wanted off the line of scrimmage, and you're going to get cooked when you allow him to do that.
He dropped a ball today. I was like, oh my God, what was that? Is that 18?
Yeah, a couple of
it's
them.
so
actually.
weird.
Yeah, there's some speculation that because he was kind of playing with his finger at one point, his pinky.
Oh, you think he jammed it or something?
Yeah. He was like working it out at halftime, and then I think even Evan Washburn was saying like he switched gloves, and he was definitely dealing with it. Yeah,
makes some sense.
Yeah. All right, who's next on Vikings Vent Line?
All right, Dylan, what's up, man? You're on Vent Line, dude.
How we going, fellas?
What's up, Dylan?
So I am sort of fresh to the Vikings fandom. 2018 was when I joined, so I got straight on for the Kirky Boy experience. I reckon after today, watching it live, I'm up here at 4:56 a.m. Got up for this one. I reckon I'm the most confident I've been in the team so far. Like, I'll be going into each week now expecting to win. And even when we were 13-4, that first final that we lost to the Giants, didn't even go in expecting to win that. So it's just showing how this defense is humming, how our polished up Porsche is now, I don't know, you could say better than the the old stalwart that we had for those few years. And then just one more thing, after listening to the podcast during the week, my fantasy name this year is Darnold Schwarzenegger.
Darnold Schwarzenegger. Let's go, dude.
I like a pun, and I picked that one, so it's funny to say that during the week.
Beautiful.
Awesome, man. Dylan, thanks for coming on, dude. Getting up early.
Yeah, man.
In Australia. Just a little reckless speculation preview for the week. I'll add this question. We can dissect this more deeply. In terms, it's not really like a would you trade Darnold. I'm just saying in terms of a stock going from where it was to where it is after 3 games. If you were to trade Sam Darnold to a desperate team right now, let's say like Tua's out for the season, what would you get for this version of Sam Darnold? Where is the stock at right now?
Well, that's, oh boy, I think you'd get, at first I was going to say a first-round pick. It might be a first-round pick.
I mean, Miami's desperate. Sure. They're getting, we're recording this mid-afternoon, but like they're getting their butts kicked right now by Seattle. Like they're desperate.
But I mean, this is also just this is working to perfection. Like this is working so well that
that's my point. No, that's my point. It's the stock of Sam Darnold is my point.
Oh yeah, no, it's working
where it was 6 months ago and where it is now.
Yeah, but here's the Dolphins make some sense because you could say that Mike McDaniel is from the O'Connell tree as well, or they're both branches on the Shanahan tree, but. The Darnold thing, it's going to come down to, can you keep it? I mean, he is so perfectly in an infrastructure now, right? He's got talent. So Stephon Gilmore, I don't think I told the story last week. Stephon Gilmore in 2018 played part of the season with Carolina, and Darnold was with the Panthers. And I said, what's the difference? Like I said, has Sam changed? Like, is there a difference here? Is there a confidence here? And he said, quite frankly, it's the talent. He's like, when in Carolina, we didn't have this. And here you do. Now, I would also say in the Vikings' favor as well, it's O'Connell. Like O'Connell has, molded this piece of sort of destructed clay. But Gilmore's point is the guy hasn't changed. It's the circumstances, which is also why I'm here's my question. What was O'Connell's price tag for his extension on July 31st? And what's his price tag going to now?
Good point.
Like, I mean, that's what I said. If you wait, that's fine, cool for you. And he's got, 25 left as well. But if I keep this up and I go into the Wilfs after the season, my representatives are saying, gentlemen, the price of poker has changed.
He's 23-14 in his 2+ seasons as a head coach without anything resembling like a top quarterback. He's had good talent, and Kirk was good,
right?
But it's not like Mahomes or Josh Allen. He's 9 games over 500 with nothing close to like MVP caliber quarterbacks. So who's next on Vikings Vent Line Purple Daily YouTube channel? Vikings 34-7 domination over the Houston Texans today.
Let's go to Trey next here. What's up, Trey? You're on Vent Line.
How are we doing, guys?
Trey.
Once again, like Rachel said before, long-time listener, first-time talker. Phil wanted to give you that shout-out. I was the one that mentioned the ahi tuna crisps, and I was on your side. Took that with my girlfriend.
See?
Loved them.
Me and Trey know what's up when it comes to ahi tuna.
Never said they weren't good. Never said they weren't good.
Wrong play call.
Just stating the facts.
It's never the wrong play call.
Yeah.
Ball was fumbled.
Living in Madison, live with a bunch of Bears fans, bunch of Packer guys. Feels very good right now. Hearing all the talk about, how bad the Vikings are going to be before the season started, how they're going to guaranteed last place finish. And I was basically using all my information to rebuttal that was purely Purple Daily. So that helped out a lot. But the one thing I did come out of this game, obviously people have mentioned almost everything, but that sideline reporter, I can't remember his name again.
Evan Washburn.
He was getting awfully close to those coaches.
He was a close talker. Yeah, dude.
Close. I don't know if anyone's mentioned that yet, but
he's a close talker.
He was like right up in the face of D'Amico Ryans and Kevin O'Connell, and I was getting a little uncomfortable even from through the screen. Yeah.
D'Amico, so your penalties are a big problem here. Can you just jamming the mic up his nose?
Yeah,
he also lingered in when Diggs put all the team together and was like hyping him up. Like you saw Evan Washburn come over on the crowd and just be like,
his little head's just peeking.
Kind of like listen, and it's like, God, dude, jeez.
Take a deep breath, Evan. Take a step back. Yeah. Well, Trey, hopefully you have plenty of material to trash talk your friends in Madison now after the first 3 weeks of the season.
For sure.
Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you. Who's next on Vikings Vent Line?
All right, let's go to Keegan next here. What's up, Keegan?
Oh, hey guys.
Keegan, what's going on, man? Yeah, we got you.
Not a whole lot. Just coming in from I was about to say Seattle, Vancouver, Washington, actually. It was a good game, great game to watch. Feeling really good about the team going forward now. In terms of game balls, kind of a joke here, but let's give Laramie Tunsil a game ball, huh? Helping us out on all those illegal formation penalties. But that was kind of a dig for all the Texans fans that I'm seeing online complaining about how, it was the refs against us, or, kind of like 49ers fans last week where it was coming into the game, everybody was thinking, oh, this is a game we should win. This is a beatable team. It's just Minnesota, blah, 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 kind of the rhetoric around the Vikings and everything. So it was good to see the Vikings take advantage of a team kind of killing itself. And I think a good team should be able to take advantage of a team that kills itself like that. So it was good to see the defense step on their necks and kind of take advantage of turnovers on downs or other misfortunes from the Texans. So, yeah, it was a great game.
Keegan, some great points, because a couple of years ago during that sort of flukish 13-win season, it felt like there were a lot of games where the Vikings were getting out-chunked yardage-wise, but maybe the opposing team would turn the ball over a couple extra times or would commit bad penalties, and you'd barely win because they made like 5 critical mistakes, penalties or whatever, and you barely won because of it. This is a much better sign. When they're going to make some mistakes like that, 3 consecutive false starts, you got a guy that never throws interceptions, throws a couple of them. If those things all happen and you barely win 27-24, you're like, ugh, boy, I guess if they would have brought their A game. but you destroyed them. And it goes to show if CJ Stroud doesn't throw 2 interceptions, you still win this game by at least 14 points, almost certainly, or at least 10 points.
Yep.
All right, who's next? Vikings Vent Line, Purple Daily YouTube channel.
All right, let's go to Alex next year. What's up, Alex?
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. It's the first time I've been on, but I've listened for a while. Just gotta say I like what I'm seeing here. It's got my daughter here. She's a
Nice.
month old, and the Vikings have never lost in her lifetime.
Wow.
All she knows is purple
Exactly.
success.
Hey, listen, man, there were some Patriots fans born in like 2001, okay? There's new eras being ushered in all the time in sports.
Exactly. Why not us?
Amen, dude. I love the
Well put.
optimism. Alex, hey, thanks for coming on, man. Let's keep rocking here.
Yeah, let's go to Thomas next year. What's up, Thomas?
Hey, boys. I have not seen a quarterback play the way Sam Darnold is playing right now since probably Teddy Bridgewater. I don't think Kirk Cousins really gave me that spark that Darnold is showing. And it's not super flashy. I mean, he can create some big plays, but just the poise that he shows, he'll make those really simple, dumb mistakes sometimes. But I mean, man, he just throws lines and it is beautiful. And I don't think I've ever been this excited for a Vikings team. And I've seen too many Vikings teams that have fallen down flat on their face and looked miserable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And kick
Thomas,
field
man.
goals in the red zone like that. Like how many years was, a pick to start the game? I think it's returned to like the Houston 21. Okay, it's go time. We're going to make it. We're going to punch them, right? Field goal. The difference between Teddy and Sam
Going up and down.
He's very
up,
excited
up,
about the
down.
game.
Mom's at the game. She's probably in traffic coming back. He's like, when is she coming back?
And the
here? You made
visitor's
me-
pissed off.
You were screaming with your buddy for 3 hours watching that game. Where's Mom? I want Mom back.
And the visitor's hungry too. Like he wants more treats and stuff.
Yeah,
Go outside. But the difference is, what Darnold has that Teddy just didn't have is the ability to drive the ball downfield. Like, I mean, that's a hell of an arm. There's been no question about that. That is a great arm. And so he becomes more of a consistent threat. And you know what we saw again today? We saw that the Vikings, for the third consecutive game, have a screen game, which can get you out of a lot of trouble very quickly.
Yeah. 6 months ago, when the Vikings signed Sam Darnold, it was widely criticized and panned, right? He's garbage. Sam Darnold, he's garbage. And I think we're learning maybe two things here. One, Bryce Young, take notes. Don't write off a highly talented quarterback at a fairly young age because he was stuck in bad situations. Sometimes those guys are too far gone and it's over. Other times they're salvageable, and you're seeing it all over the NFL right now. Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, tough today, but generally good the last couple of years. And number two, you might want to check on your friends who died on the hill. Media members, I saw some of you out there 6 months ago. Be careful what you wish for. Saying goodbye to quarterback A. And can you believe they're signing quarterback B? This is what you wanted, and now you're going to see what it looks like. Check on those people in your life today or tomorrow.
Where the Vikings, I think, from both an O'Connell and front office standpoint, would have been up for criticism is they could have said, we're going to draft a QB, and he'll probably start, and Mullins is the guy. That's where they saw enough of Nick to say, the YOLO quarterback strategy does not work. So like Sam was brought in because of that as well. Look, I mean, I think I brought this up 3 months ago. Kevin O'Connell's here in a way to develop QBs. He took a look at Nick and said, you know what? He's really good when he does what I want, but sometimes he just throws the ball down the field or is about to get sacked and it pops up in the air.
When he came in for that one play and they were up by a bunch of points, I'm like, man, I would have bet my entire savings on a handoff, right? There's no way they let Nick Mullins come in here and throw a dumb interception.
Because they ran some clock then. I love that running play.
Yeah. All right, Dex, who's next on Vikings Vent Line?
All right, let's go to Justin next year. What's up, Justin?
Hey, Skull, you hear me okay?
What's going on, dude? Yeah, we got
Skull, Los Vikingos from Colombia.
Let's go, man.
Oh,
You're in
Good.
Colombia right now? Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah. I got the sheep here, a couple sheep.
Oh, this is
and
great.
the dogs.
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been living here for 14 years. Watched you guys for past few years. So if you see some minutes from the country of Colombia, it's probably me watching you here.
Are you
So
from?
keep me
What's your
connected.
Are you from Minnesota? Or how'd you become a Vikings fan?
Yeah, born and raised in Minnesota. It's a Vikings fan. It's a family affair. My grandpa Bull, actually, he went to 3 of the 4 ill-fated Super Bowls. So I don't know if you call us the bad luck Bulls, but I've been watching with my dad since I was a little boy and doing the fantasy with him. So living here in Colombia for 14 years, it kind of connects me with home. Keeps me from getting homesick, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think this is the first time we had Australia like a half hour ago, but I think this is the first time we've ever had someone from Colombia on Vikings Vent Lines. This is
We've
cool.
had Peru, but I don't think
Peru?
we had Colombia. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, my hot take, I guess. Well, my first and one and only game I went to was Moss's first rookie season. I remember it was against the Bucks in '98, right?
Yeah.
And my hot take is, every time they say the Vikes, it's supposed to be a transition year, right? Every year they say that, we blow out the expectations. So I always say the year that we finally win a Super Bowl is going to be when it's unexpected, with an unexpected QB. And I was about to give you guys a call on Vent Line after the big Dibs game, right? When we all thought, oh, Dibs is going to take us to the promised land, right? But I'm glad I waited till this season. So, the closest time we've ever been to the Super Bowl is probably '98, Moss's rookie season. So let's hope we get a little bit more magic and we actually make it happen with that good kicker, right?
Dude.
Gary,
That was a
Gary
beautiful
Anderson.
ball. That 58-yarder, man. That kind of
Yeah.
I know it hit off the upright, but that was a beautiful little baby draw on that thing, and that thing was good from 70. I mean,
He's going to
if
take
he doesn't
the
doink it.
spirits. That guy's going to take the spirits away from Gary Anderson and take us to the promised land. Let's see it.
Wow, dude. Justin from Columbia. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, keep it going.
Thank you, Justin. Let's go to Lawyer Chase, the famous Lawyer Chase, the official legal counsel of Write That Down. Lawyer Chase, man, what's going on? Your Tommy's had a rough one this weekend.
Yeah. Well, let's not focus on the negative, okay? Let's focus.
Was it
on positive.
Lindenwood? Who the hell?
Yeah, it was.
Well, you talk about the ocean. That was the Pacific Ocean, okay? The Gophers were the Atlantic. That was the Pacific.
Well, we got them all covered.
All right. First of all, this is great. This type of team where, you feel like it's the actual Vikings. This defense punches you in the mouth. It got me like reminiscing before I was born about yes, the Yeller and Page days, back in the 70s. That's what this team is. Now, you guys always talk about, silver linings, right? And also nitpicks. And this is going to be the nitpicky part. So I'm buying into this team. I'm believing now. You punch teams like the 49ers and the Texans in the mouth. You got to buy in. This is where it is. What I am actually worried about, and we saw this at the end of the second quarter when it came to the offensive line, I'm worried about, and this is very football, so this might need a sounder.
Yeah, I got you covered. Yeah.
When you get to a balanced line inside zone scheme, like they're trying to run at the middle towards the end of the second quarter, I'm worried about Gary Bradbury and Ed Ingram getting blown up by great defensive linemen like Kenny Clark next week. And
Yeah.
football.
I'm worried that Bradbury. I think my favorite penalty of the day was Bradbury. He tried he tried to snap. He realized oh no! He starts fading back.
I couldn't
man.
tell if he was because his eyes were blinking like this. I couldn't tell if it was a sweat or he's like, oh my God, did I just do that? Can't believe it.
You can see him going up on his heels, 300 pounds on his heels, keep it in place. No.
He's also playing hurt. I think his knee. He did not have a good game. My guess is his PFF grade won't be good. I think that knee is messed up. So that. But Chase, to your point against Clark, you're going to have to get him help or something because that'll probably be one where Clark's old friend Aaron Jones has to, if nothing else, stay in occasionally and help Chip. So.
And not only that, but really that's the interior of the pressure. Where Sam Darnold got hurt and sacked was the interior. I mean, that's where it was.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. You're right.
Right, good on the outside. But the final take here, Judd, your guy's not getting a lot of love. Johnny Munt with some mitts, baby. 2 defenders on him, grabs it on it.
He drew a PI as well.
You darn right he did. Yeah. Dude, was he on the flea flicker? They drew up a reverse flea flicker.
Love it.
Johnny Munt double covered. You can't stop Johnny Munt. You can only hope to contain him.
That's right.
When I think of a clutch receiver, I think of number 86 himself, the legend, Mr. Munt.
Johnny Munt.
Jonathan Munt.
TJ
Yes.
Hawkinson. Bah.
Take a couple weeks off beyond what you think, TJ. I think we're good around here. Lawyer Chase, we appreciate your takes and all the work you do. We'll talk again soon. So, and by the way, Jonathan Grenard said something awesome after this game that we will get to here in a moment. Lawyer Chase is the official legal counsel of Write That Down. Russell Nicolay and Nicolay Law are the exclusive personal injury law firm of Purple Daily, and they know that when you or a loved one gets injured, ordinary life can come to a stop and things can get complicated. That's where Nicolay Law comes in, proud to serve the Twin Cities communities that they live in. Just your normal everyday folks. I mean, hell, Russell Nicolay, you probably see him at your Quick Trip, probably see him around the neighborhood.
He's probably at the game today.
Well, I think he might be a born and bred Packer fan, but a lot of the people that work at Nicolay Law were probably at the game today.
Yeah, they love the purple.
We can investigate that, but he's a huge supporter of the purple. You see him all over the place, and he's here to help you and his team. 1-855-NICOLAY or NicolayLaw.com. Get Minnesota's local award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay. Also, the Canopy Group is helping to power Purple Daily and Vikings Vent Line here this season, Judd.
Absolutely true. A company, independent insurance company based in the state that has your best interest in mind. Much like a sports executive is constantly on the lookout for the best talent available, like Kwesi, the Canopy Group does the same for you when it comes to getting the best insurance coverage at the best price. They work with 16 groups of top-tier companies to make sure that you have the best insurance roster available for auto, home, health, and business. Teams need options, so do you. And here's the best part. At renewal, you're going to hear from the Canopy Group because they know that you deserve better than the status quo. They're going to get the best deal for you. So give the Canopy Group a call, 1-800-967-3389, or check out their website at thecanopygroup.com. That is thecanopygroup.com, making sure that you have the best insurance options available and building that roster for you.
Hey, also, why don't you, if you've got it on you here, that Vikings scratch game ticket, why don't you flash that for the audience? Huh?
I got one thing to say. Are you feeling lucky? Are you feeling lucky? Vikings are 3-0, so guess what? Now is the perfect time to play the Vikings Classic Scratch game. As you can see there, $5 can win you up to $100,000. That's not all those second chance prizes, season tickets, or an away game trip. Officially exciting Minnesota Lottery. Just say I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play and win big.
So you may have remembered, I think it was the first Grenard sack, but I mean, Jonathan Grenard I'm not saying he's TJ Watt or, one of the top, like Myles Garrett, but he had 12 sacks last year. He's a really good edge rusher.
Yes.
And it was not a missed assignment. The Texans had a tight end one-on-one on an island at one point with Grenard. And Grenard absolutely, usually when that happens, as Alex Boone would tell us on Trenches, if it's tight end on an edge rusher, usually it's a mistake. However it gets to be that way, the tight end's job is to die a slow death and just do enough to prevent that edge rusher from getting to the quarterback. And Jonathan Grenard blew through him like he was a traffic cone for a sack. And so after the game, Brian O'Neill said he was particularly happy for Jonathan Grenard, who teammates noticed was disrespected by the Texans on the first snap when they used a tight end to block him. Grenard was asked about the play. I'm glad I'm here. They respect me. If anyone else wants to do that, put a tight end on me, they can try. So he's saying Vikings respect me.
So
Texans
they put a tight end on him?
Yeah, it might be the first play we look at with Alex Boone this week on Trenches, but it was bad. Ordinarily you would look at the defense comes up to the line of scrimmage and you would say, okay, who are the known pass rushers? Let's make sure that we have an answer for them that's not a tight end or a running back, and then build it from there. And they said, yeah, we're good on Grenard. We know that guy. Our tight end can take him.
Okay.
No. Not quite. All right, Vikings vent line. Still thousands of you just hanging out with us here. Vikings are 3-0, 34-7. Absolute beatdown of the Texans. Who's next?
All right, let's go to Christopher next year. What's up, Christopher?
Skull, gentlemen, from Dallas, Texas. I in honor of Alumni Weekend, I want to give props to the best man I know in the world. It's Greg Coleman. So just want to shout out Greg. I just have two statements and one hot take. Number one, Big Leg Bill. It's the only nickname he needs. That stylish side shot for 58 yards. And number two, the Vikings, period, are the best team in the NFC. I challenge any team to tell me otherwise. And my hot take, gentlemen, the Vikings are a Super Bowl front runner without question.
Wow, dude. Wow. Dude, Chris is coming in. Just coming in hot. Love it, dude. Thanks for coming on, man. Oh, man. It's funny because I thought the NFC take was spicy. And then he said, no. This is my hot take coming in. All right, Dex, let's keep rolling here.
All right, let's go to Kurt next year. What's up, Kurt?
Kurt.
Oh, not much. Got a couple of write me down type things. I think sometime during this week, you will have a clickbait type headline.
Dang.
2024 Vikings Super Bowl.
You know what? Let's actually
I'll
bank that one and we'll use it 100% on one of these shows. Maybe tomorrow. That could be for tomorrow.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, because it's looking more legit with each passing game. And also, I mentioned this on Twitter, and Mackie, I think he saw it, is Sam sometime this year will probably throw a pick six or a fumble six, but the Vikings will win anyway because our defense is so awesome. So
yeah, they won't derail. They won't derail. Kurt, great stuff, man. Love it.
Stuff, Kurt.
Coming in. We will steal that headline.
Yeah. Associate producer, I love it.
We got a couple more left here for sure. Let's go through here.
Let's go to James next year. What's up, James?
It's good to see you guys again. And
James.
So I got a couple of things. Number one, hot take sort of. So this is a comparison. This quarterback room with McCarthy and Sam Darnold kind of reminds me a little bit of that Patriots quarterback room with Drew Bledsoe and Tom Brady. You got the super talented, big, strong quarterback, top of the draft, a lot of turnovers early in his career. And in the back, you got this Michigan quarterback who's got 1,000% the it factor, the leadership, everything there. But this time, you also have superstar head coaches with Kevin O'Connell and Flores with, Bill Belichick. So little Patriots comparison there. And my number two thing is, I know they say don't mention like your dirty laundry. It's just not healthy for you. Well, unfortunately for everybody, my entire apartment's filled with dirty laundry. So I'm giving another one. So Mike Zimmer. He said he doesn't watch any Vikings football. We haven't seen him watch Vikings football since he left. Well, I hope he isn't watching right now because not only is the offense way better with him gone, but the defense is too, and we're humiliating everybody. We couldn't blow anybody out back then, but we can today. And my last thing is, so I'm a sports journalism student at Walter Cronkite at Arizona State University, and in my sports bureau tomorrow, the biggest losers of the day tomorrow is everybody in that room when they hear me be incredibly unprofessional with how the Minnesota Vikings are performing. So that's all I got. Super good to see you guys again, and Skol Vikings.
Awesome, man. James, great stuff. Yeah, by the way, Mike Zimmer's defense, I don't know how it got to this point, but it's 14-3 Ravens right now, halfway through the second quarter.
They need a
Dallas.
win, too. Baltimore needs that game bad.
Yeah, Baltimore backs against the wall. Desperate football being played right now.
Yep.
Inside Jerry World. J.J. McCarthy, by the way, if you're wondering, is there any jealousy? Is he rooting for the downfall of Darnold so that he's assured that his spot will still be there? Sam Darnold is good at football with the chef's sort of emoji. I think it was after Darnold's second touchdown pass, he said, Sam Darnold is good at football. And then when Darnold got hurt, he tweeted prayers up for 14, heart hands emoji, prayer hands emoji.
I don't think McCarthy, like he is such a positive guy. I don't think there's ever friction with that dude, if that makes sense.
It's all peace and love, man. Peace, love, and touchdown passes.
Well, and he's extremely
peace, love, and third down conversions.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, you know what? He's extremely confident. You have to be really insecure to regret other people's success or like rue it, right?
Or to have competition in the room and be threatened by it.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's not wrong.
Not specifically, of course.
Yeah. But it's not one guy. Like we've seen that before, right? Like there have been guys. I mean, hell, Brett Favre. Brett Favre would get pissed off every time. I mean, he was old and talked about retirement every year, but he would get mad every time his replacement was drafted.
Well, if you're going to be if you're going to be a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback and be a little insecure, we could probably live with that, I guess. Brett Favre. Well, he was famously asked about Rodgers. He's like, it's not my job to teach Aaron Rodgers how to play quarterback. But
Right. Yep.
Who's next, Declan?
All right, a few more. Rob, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's my first time calling. I've listened to you guys for forever, and honestly, I used to kind of hate listening to you guys because I really liked Kirk, and I thought that you guys were so wrong about his cap and everything that was around it. And I'm here to tell you guys right now that you guys are right. I don't know anything about football. This has been the coolest Viking season I could ever remember, all because instead of having, Kirk and Daniil Hunter eating up, all of our payroll, we have so many awesome players now that can be here. And we still have Hawkinson and Addison to make an impact. I don't even know where to begin. I'm over the moon right now. This has been an awesome season.
Rob, who's the dude? First of all, thanks for jumping on here. And not enough is being said about Addison and Hawkinson are awesome weapons, and they have not really joined the party yet. Who's our little friend here in your background?
This is my dog, Reese. I was in my car. I thought I needed a little bit of spicing it up. So I just figured I would show off the little guy,
Reese.
Reese.
Love it, man.
Reese, good
Love
boy.
it, dude.
All right,
Rob, thanks for coming on. Glorious mustache. A stash
Thank
off
you.
between.
Same to Dex. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
man. Thank you.
Dueling stash.
Some people
game
want
here.
me to curl the yet. I'm not curling the yet. I'm not doing the like.
Oh,
I think you'd look good with the curl.
The Raleigh
edges.
fingers?
The
I think
route.
you'd look
No.
pretty
The
good.
handlebar?
I'm
Oh,
not-
if you go
I'm-
handlebar, that would be
no.
awesome.
Have you thought about putting like a little soul patch there too, like just a little,
maybe
little artistic
I've
flavor?
been, every other day I've basically been trimming up, everything else around it and just trimming up right underneath
you
the
did a
lip
good job.
there. But
Did a good job.
but yeah, I don't know if I could twist. No, I'm not twisting them.
Really?
That
The
my
handlebar would
wife
be-
doesn't like this at all. So like that would be just grounds for an immediate divorce. I think if I just start doing the rally thing.
I mean, she was at the games. She feels the excitement. She was
Yeah.
there, skull chant, probably doing the wave.
Yeah, she did.
Just for the show. Do it for the show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's close out with D here, who was our first guest. I think he had something else to say too before we had some connection.
Oh,
issues. D.
yes.
Here we go. We got him back. Yeah.
First and last.
Oh my God, Dex, thank you so much, man.
You're
I
welcome,
appreciate it. I guess everybody's doing the first takes. I mean, the hot takes. So, what do I say, man? Where do I start? I think this is a 2017 2.0. That's
Yeah.
my hot take.
It feels very, very similar in that expectations are a little tempered because you're not sure about the quarterback, but you got weapons all over the place, a track meet defense with pressure up front.
And
Very
gentlemen,
similar.
let me just say, like, Jordan Addison's hurt, TJ Hawkinson's not back. We are down Dallas Turner today. Like, can we just talk about like the domination that we had with just not even being healthy, playing two of the top three, teams in their respective conferences back-to-back week? Like, I mean, listen, I want to hear what the Colin Cowherds and the Greenbergs and those guys have to say about us tomorrow.
So I think the old the herd hierarchy had the Vikings at like 6th or 7th last week.
Yeah.
So I think because he's also Cowherd is a huge USC football fan.
Yeah, I know he
and
loves
so he's
Darnold.
been a huge Sam Darnold guy at every stop, and I think he's more like on the Darnold bandwagon. But you may see him as one of the big national guys bump the Vikings up into the top 5 in their power rankings this week. So
Yeah, gentlemen. I just wanted to give you your flowers, man. I was actually on last. It was a Monday night game against the Eagles. I was on last year. The freaking with all the fumbles and everything. Couldn't even get out of our own way. But yeah, guys, I think that we just got to keep it up, man. You guys keep doing the great work, and yeah, Dex, thanks again for having me back on.
You're welcome, man. Of course.
Awesome, man. Hey,
It's another
thank you. Great stuff here. Vikings 3-0, 34-7. Judd, any final words from the belly of the beast, U.S. Bank Stadium here?
Just a collective wow. That was impressive. I mean, this is the most fun I've had watching a Vikings team since 17, but I'll say it again. I think this team is overall better because the offense is.
And
that
also,
offense is good. I think this one. And look, I trust, like, if you were to ask right now, watching Darnold play, do I trust Darnold more or 2017 Keenum? It's not particularly close, to be honest with you.
well, one of them is an actual high-end talent and athlete. The other was a seventh-round pick, right, or undrafted. It was either undrafted or seventh-round pick.
Keenum was undrafted.
At no point. I mean, he was a backup who jumped in and did an amazing job for the 1 year. I also think if you're comparing that coaching staff and this coaching staff, I'm taking this coaching staff. I'm taking Kevin O'Connell as a head coach and then the offensive mind.
Yeah.
Zimmer was an amazing defensive coach, but give me Kevin O'Connell, Brian Flores, and then the offensive mind infrastructure too on that coaching staff with Josh McCown.
Yep.
So, long way to go. Long way to go. But it'll be interesting to see where this thing goes from here after the 3-0 start. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time on the Purple Daily YouTube channel, we will go live with our hottest Vikings takes. Chef Dex has a pie chart of praise tomorrow.
Got to cook up a pie, Ben. Got to cook
See
up a pie.
how many slices we can come up with. But, the
See him even?
Vinster.
I don't even know if you can see him with my boom
Yeah,
on
he's
there.
checked out.
He's just
he's
in the
mad
pillows.
at you. He's mad at you because you won't feed him yet.
Yeah, we'll go for it. I can't. Well, I
He
even
wants
just
to go
said go for, and
just
he
spell
perked
it.
up. So we'll
W-A-L-K.
Go for.
Do you want to?
Don't ever say the word. You just spell it.
Yeah. Well,
That's fine.
I just said I'm not even gonna spell G-O-F-O-R. I'm not even gonna say it out loud. I mean, I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah,
out.
just spell the whole thing.
Yep. W-A-O-K.
He knows.
Yeah, he won't know that. There you go.
All right, boys. Hey, great fun start to the season here. For those of you that are new, welcome to Purple Daily. Vikings Vent Line is the place to be after every single Vikings game. And 7 days a week with a lot of days dropping multiple episodes. You can also find us on Apple and Spotify. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die. And the mission for this season may have changed a little bit in the first 3 weeks. We'll see.